Welcome to the Experience Annex podcast, episode number 32. Life is full of experiences and it's good you learn from the experience of others. The title of this episode is The Top 8 Myths and the Top 8 Fat Lies, Mistakes, and Misinformation stopping you from writing your book. In this podcast, I show you the top myths, lies, and mistakes and misinformation stopping you from being a published author and how you can overcome them. I'm Paul Uduk, the creator of Book Writing Clinic and Book Writers Club, where I show friends like you how to convert ideas into books and other forms of intellectual properties. I'm also the creator of IBMC, Internet Business Mastery course, where I show aspiring internet entrepreneurs how to succeed at scale online. I'm also the creator of OCNA, Online Course Creators Community for newbies and advanced beginners, with over 12,700 members from all over the world. Pervasive myths hold millions all over the world back from writing and publishing their books. And some of these myths may be holding you back from writing your first book right now. Sadly, you can't exert authority if you have no books to your name, as the root of the word authority is author. Other than myths, fat lies also hold people back from jumping out of their comfort zones and putting pen to paper to get their book done and dusted. Maybe these lies are holding you back from writing your masterpiece, which could be fertile in today's fast-paced economy. First, the top 8 myths. Myth number 1, only old people write books. This myth is related to the fact that the earliest drawings and artworks of writers always depicted these writers as old men with long white beards, writing with quills on papyrus. The earliest writings by prophets, the apostles, and disciples all had this hue. While that might have been the case in ancient times, today a writer can be of any age. Dorothy Straits was only 6 when her book How the World Began was published in 1962. Christopher Paolini, the author of The Inheritance Cycle, a best-selling book series that has sold over 20 million copies, was 15 when the first cycle was released. So, start writing your book, as age has nothing to do with it. Young people write books too. Myth number 2, book writing is for the most educated people. The most educated people are professors, some of them with triple PhDs, the likes of Marshall Goldsmith, Michael Porter, and Ali Masri all come to mind. But do you know that the very first writer or author had no education at all, at least as we know education today? Homer, one of the earliest writers whose works date back more than 2,500 years ago, had no academic qualification. If Homer could write, then you have no excuse whatsoever with all the resources available in the internet, such as Google search, YouTube videos, and Amazon. Put together, these resources make book writing a walk through the park. Myth number 3, you must be wise to write a book. This myth is closely related or aligned to number 2 above, and takes the myth a notch higher. Wise men, by definition, have stellar education, have white beards, and a sprinkling of blessings from on high, so the saying goes. Nothing could be further from the truth, as myth 2, already debunked above, clarifies. Some of the world's most beloved authors are ordinary men and women who have found their passion and a voice to share their message with the world. Take the case of Robert Kiyosaki of Rich Dad, Poor Dad fame. He was not wise when he wrote that bestseller, and today he is stupendously famous. What of Raymond Aron? You probably have never heard about him. He was a loser when he wrote his book, How to Become a 39-Year-Old Life Loser, in 1984, and is today the king of books, or I like calling him Book King, with over 39 books to his name. Talking about being wise with 5 PhDs, the Delany sisters, Sarah Louise Delany and Annie Elizabeth Delany, who wrote their first book in 1994, aged 106 and 104, were not that wise academically. Sarah was a school teacher and Annie a dentist. Their book, Having Our Say, the Delany sisters' first 100 years, set the reading world on fire and became a New York Times bestseller. The import of these stories is that you are never too old or never too young, and you don't have to be a wise person to write a book. The Delany sisters may have been wise with age, but it was passion to tell their story that propelled them forward. Myth number 4, you must be an expert before you can write a book. This myth is closely aligned or related to myths 2, also earlier debunked, but with the added twist that you must be a celebrity, recognized all over the world as an expert in your field before you can write a book. In this regard, Ben Carson, widely recognized as one of the world's most gifted neurosurgeons, quickly comes to mind. Ironically, none of Ben Carson's over 10 books, including The Gifted Hands, The Big Picture, and A More Perfect Union, is on neurosurgery. Neither are Bill Gates' books, The Road Ahead and The Business at the Speed of Thought, on coding or computer programming. So, you don't have to be an expert to write a book, as you can write on any subject that tickles your imagination. Myth number 5, you need an agent to get your book published. This is perhaps the most pervasive myth for those who do not know. This must have been the case in the era that no longer exists or rapidly receding into oblivion, when the powerful and monopolistic publishing houses held sway, and you needed an agent, and you needed to wait 7 years and hundreds of rejections letters. You need luck, or you needed luck, and tons of proof you were indeed a writer, such as being a noted contributor to Time Magazine, Newsweek, Reader's Digest, Forbes, Time, Fortune, Inc., etc., to get published. Today, the indie publishing monopolies or companies like Author Solutions, Vision and Talent Press, and others. With those indie publishers, your dream of being an author can be realized within the twinkling of an eye. Once widely derided by the powerful publishing monopolies as vanity publishing, self-publishing companies and Amazon are helping the laser mortals like you and me to bring our ideas and stories to the world. Today, anybody can write a book and get it published. That's how I got my best-selling book, Bridges to the Customer's Heart, published, and you too can do the same. So, say goodbye to literary agents and get your book off to a roaring start, starting now. Myth number 6. It's very costly to publish a book. Again, this might have been the case in the analog age when literally agents held sway. It cost a small fortune in those days to find a literary agent. Literary agents were like investment bankers. They charged by the hour, and only the most financially well-heeled could afford them. Thanks to technology, that's no longer the case. As a matter of fact, some self-publishing technologies like Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP, are so simple, even a child can self-publish. Not only that, you can produce 4 variants of your masterpiece: ebook, paperback, hardcover, and audiobook from the comfort of your laptop. Only sipping coffee. You don't need to convert your book into any arcane language like Mobi, EPUB. The Amazon platforms do everything for you. Myth this: type your book in Word or Google documents and leave the rest to the Amazon platform and your book and you are a published author. Yes, Amazon even goes a step further to pre-sell your book for 1 year in advance. All you have to do is to tell Amazon your book is on its way and will be ready within 12 months or 6 months or 9 months, and Amazon will put your book on pre-order. Isn't that beautiful? That you can start earning money even when your book is not ready or when you have not even written a single word. So, is it very costly to publish a book? The answer is self-evident. It is not, if I have to repeat myself. Myth number 7. You need 7 years to write one book. This point is both a myth and a fact. It is a fact in the sense that anything worth doing is worth doing well. Take Michael Jackson, widely revered as the king of pop, as an extreme example. On average, it took Michael Jackson 3 to 5 years to come out with his mega albums such as Off the Wall 1979, Thriller 1982, and Bad 1987. At the same time, you don't need 7 years to come up with a well-crafted story. John Locke, who has written more than 12 books and sold more than 1 million ebooks, publishes his book an average of 9 months apart. Here is a webinar recording I did on how you can write, market, and publish your book in 90 days guaranteed. Go to my YouTube channel, you'll find it. So, rest assured, you don't need 7 years to write a thriller. Yes, go to my YouTube channel and look for my YouTube video entitled Write, market, and publish your book in 90 days, guaranteed. Myth number 8: writing a book is difficult. This myth is a summary of all the other myths we have so far covered. But, put together. If you have watched and listened up to this point, you will agree that writing a book and getting it published is easy and achievable by anyone: child, man, woman, educated, and not so educated. Anytime these myths rear their ugly heads, take a deep breath and shout at the top of your voice, I know what you are. You are just a myth, and I'm going to write and publish my book right now. There is no better time in all of human history than now to write and publish your book and get your voice heard the world over. Next, the top 8 fat lies and mistakes that hold you back from writing and publishing your book. Can you write for US publisher for global electronic distribution at a very lucrative time? That was a question a UK-based publishing agent asked me in writing a few years back. Among the books the US publisher was looking for was a short guide of 3,500 words. I pinched myself. How did I move from an unknown back office banker just a few years ago to a sought-after writer and author, falling within the radar of a UK-based book agent? I did a few things that made that happen, but let me share with you the top fat lies and mistakes that held me back for so long, so you don't repeat same. Maybe these same lies and mistakes are holding you back, which could be fatal in today's fast-paced creator economy. According to the king of books, or book king, Raymond Aron, there are many lies holding people back from writing their books. And the top 9 are: I don't have time, my English is bad, I've never written anything before, I don't know what to write about, I'm just an employee, I'm a professional, I don't know much, what kind of book should I write, what will it cost, I'm bad at English. That is according to the book king, Raymond Aron. Here are my own top fat lies and mistakes you may be holding, you may be doing and holding you back from writing your book. Number 1, not believing in yourself. Huge mistake. It took me joining Toastmasters and a trip to Calgary, Canada, for a complete stranger to tell me, Paul, look inwards. You have all it takes. I did just that. Toastmasters International builds your confidence, and when you have confidence, nothing can stop you. When I came back from the Toastmasters convention, within 9 months, my book was on Amazon. So start believing in yourself. Number 2, mistake or lie, feeling you are not smart enough to write a book. When you compare yourself to legends like Malcolm Gladwell, Seth Godin, and Stephen Pressfield, you feel paralyzed. You feel defeated, that your book will not or will never measure up. You don't have to. They all started somewhere. Just start. Write your first book. People may laugh at you, but it will be a first step forward. Mistake number 3, or lie number 3, not believing in your book. Another huge lie closely aligned or related to the self-defeating beliefs number 1 and 2 above. I thought no one needed another book on customer service, a wishy-washy topic. That made me leave my manuscript in my drawer to gather dust for years, for more than 5 years. Oh, how wrong I was. Again, it took a trip to Calgary, Canada for Author House book acquisition agent to say, this book will go places. Today, my book, Bridges to the Customer's Heart, is referred to as the Customer Service Bible. Mistake number 4, or lie number 4, not seeking help because you believe it's beyond you to seek help or to seek for help. One of the worst mistakes you can do to your career in any field is going blindly into battle. Ignorance of the law you have heard is not an excuse. I knew nothing about book publishing business or book industry really works. I knew nothing about the book publishing business or book industry really works. You don't need to know anything about how the book publishing industry works. All you have to do is to seek help. Look for someone who has or who knows how the industry works. Get a coach, get a mentor, find anybody that can help you, and you would have found a solution. Mistake number 5, seeking to publish with the top 6 global publishers. Ali Abdaal, the medical doctor turned YouTuber, just released his book, Feel Good Productivity, with Penguin Random House UK. Penguin is lending his full weight to distribute the book to a global audience. I watched in envy as Ali was signing copies of the book for those that had pre-ordered. I bought a copy, I pre-ordered. But you are not Ali Abdaal. Nothing can be as foolhardy as writing to persons, Elsevier, Penguin Random House, Wiley, and Simon & Schuster that you want them to publish your book. In 100 over 100 times, your manuscript goes straight to the dustbin. Before Ali Abdaal came to Penguin's radar, he had amassed over 5 million YouTube followers. It took Ali Abdaal about 7 years to get there. But know that there are other ways. Self-publish your book through Author House or other publishing companies. Better still, head to Amazon KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, and get your book done and dusted. You can have your book in paperback, ebook, audiobook, almost free on Amazon within a day. Mistake number 6, waiting to save a huge capital before you publish. Years back, I went to a publisher in Ibadan, Oyo State in Nigeria, and they slapped me a huge bill of 5 million naira. It was about $3.5 million in those days for 4,000 copies of my book. A boutique publisher in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial hub, charged me 5,000 naira, about $3,500 then, for them or for manuscript subscription just for them to see my manuscript and say it's good or it's not good, before accepting my manuscript for review. If the manuscript is up to scratch, they hinted it would cost 3.5 million naira, roughly $2.5 million, then to publish and deliver 1,000 copies about 2007. Madness. Don't mortgage your family farm, your own farm, your house, and your entire future to publish a book. You can publish for pennies on your website, or better still, on Amazon. Mistake number 7. I hear people say, I was born too early. Yes, I can guess there was no internet, no Amazon, no self-publishing in those days, and there was no book writing clinic. Nothing. As a matter of fact, if you needed to get anything done in Africa, like publishing a book, you needed to travel first to London or Paris to seek approval. Today, all you need is a laptop, a smartphone, and the desire to write. This is the best time in all of human civilization to be alive and to be an author. Number 8, mistake number 8, or lie number 8. I have too much on my plate right now. This is the mother of all lies. I hear this lie all the time, indeed, every day. Even my good friends, Pecos, Ehi, Uzo, Lara, Fumi, Kunbi, and Abiodun told me this lie yesterday. This is what you must know and realize fast. There will never come a time when you will have less on your plate, so long as you are in the rat race. All you have to do is to make writing and publish your book a priority, period. I guess the title of my next book will be I Have Too Much on My Plate Right Now. Yes, I believe it will be a good read. There you are, the top 8 myths and the top 8 fat lies and mistakes that are holding you back from writing that what could turn out to be a New York Times bestseller. Don't allow these myths and lies to hold you back. Wake up, get off your couch, get off your comfort zone and write your book today. Everyone has a story. Tell yours as others have told us. Maya Angelou once said, "There's no greater burden than carrying an untold story." Hit her so you don't take your untold story to the richest place on earth where dreams are buried. You could become a New York Times best-selling author when you step out boldly and believe in your story. Take the case of J.K. Rowling of Harry Potter fame as an extreme example. Her first book was rejected by several publishers, but she persisted. And today, she's one of the wealthiest authors in the world. The same can also be said of Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen of the Chicken Soup for the Soul fame. According to the authors, the first book in the series was rejected a whopping 400 times, but they pressed on, and today the Chicken Soup for the Soul series has sold over 1 billion copies. So, start writing even if you hate writing. There's a secret you can unleash to start loving to write. I promise to reveal to you the secret if you are willing to let me show you. Are you ready? The world needs your wisdom. The world needs your point of view. The world needs your story. Wake up and write. You may make money along the way, but that's not the main point. By writing, you gain immortality. You feel contented. There's no better feeling than writing a book. Imagine visiting libraries all over the world and seeing readers, young and old, black and white, Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, atheists, reading your creation. Imagine walking through some of the world's most iconic and beautiful airports and seeing your books displayed alongside those of the world's most revered authors like Malcolm Gladwell, Raymond Aron, Daniel Pink, Tom Peters, J.K. Rowling, Chinua Achebe, Seth Godin, Chimamanda Adichie, Jim Collins, Marcus Buckingham, John Kramer, and Nicholas Cole, and Stephen Covey, to mention a handful. Imagine your book on Amazon. I teach people how to write books and build expert empires in my BWC Squared, Book Writing Clinic and Book Writers Club. Don't be misled by the title BWC Squared. It's not only about how to write books. It also shows you step-by-step strategy and process on how to set up your expert empire. Success in today's creator economy requires mastering digital marketing. As Brendan Burchard highlighted in his book, The Millionaire Messenger, as an expert, you can operate in 7 dimensions. That's 7 profitable dimensions. As an author, a speaker, a trainer, a coach, a consultant, a seminar leader, and information marketer. You can't beat the feeling of operating in 7 dimensions. To do so, you should leave your comfort zone and challenge yourself to write, because, as Maya Angelou once said, and I repeat, there is no greater burden than carrying an untold story. BWC and IBMC alumni members, numbering over 700, cut across professions and industries. They include academic professors, medical doctors, accountants, architects, bankers, pharmacists, nurses, management consultants, journalists, business people, government officials, armed forces generals, and retired professionals, and much more. By banishing the top 8 myths and the top 5 lies, you can get your book on Amazon within 90 days by following a step-by-step process that we teach in BWC, Book Writing Clinic. Get your book done and dusted by joining the book writing trend, so you don't lose out in the creator economy, because creators create. Yes, creators write books. This is the secret. Start writing now. Okay? The secret I promise to reveal. Pick a piece of paper and a pen and write on top of the blank paper, "I love writing." And just keep writing until you have written that phrase 250 times. Was that not simple? Once again, I teach people like you who are aspiring to write New York Times best-selling books how to get started in my book writing clinic. You are invited. There's always a BWC running near you. This is the end of this episode. Stay focused. Leave your comfort zone, jump in, and start writing so you can become happy, because there's no worse feeling than carrying an untold story. Until the next episode, bye for now.